It's week 5 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Javonte Williams. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Broncos and the Jets coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Leading them out, the 5th-year Auburn alum, got his first career starts last season. Here's Jarrett Stidham.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 14 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game.
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. On 1st down, Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. He's got room to roam, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. 3rd down and 6. Here's Stidham to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fielded at the 33. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble if you viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This defense for the Broncos, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
7-7, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. But he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
One more time with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams. We shine the spotlight on him. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stidham from the shotgun. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, that's good. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes. Was after a ride. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. A toss left side for Hall. A little juke. Brought down at the 20.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Hall again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll try to run with Hall. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 1st down, Stidham. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Here's 2nd and 3. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense. That's not good enough, man.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Throwing again here, Stidham. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for... This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England. And it was the Bills serving as the home team who come away with the victory. Josh Allen, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in US Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown catch in the victory. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man here is Conklin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Motion man left is Lazard. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. In motion right is Wilson. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a play action now for Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and really added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, right back to Hall. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. On play action, Rodgers. Blitz coming and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And all the way home for the Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 75 yards. And the Broncos are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, New York.
On the counter, it's Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. On second down, here's Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks when receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Hall again on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Zerline now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And now off to the races down the right side. He may go. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 68 yards.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football. Closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
First down, New York.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
A handoff for Hall.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They'll run with Hall. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers from 17 yards out.
And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Aaron Rodgers, he can still maneuver. 35 rushing touchdowns in his career with Green Bay. Partner, I double-checked that stat. That's the right number. And even at his age, he knows when it's time to go, and he does it there for a touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
So the Broncos coming out now.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll throw on first down with Stidham. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Stidham on first down.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now Stidham on second down.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. From the gun, it's Stidham. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Stidham will throw again, finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Stidham sets to throw on first. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now it's Stidham. Finding Williams once more, complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Here's Stidham. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The kick by Lutz is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here comes Cobb. Here comes Cobb. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. The big kick return nearly resulted in 6. Now they'll try to finish the job here. First and goal. They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. So the Broncos now down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 36 to go. Now Stidham. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Stidham.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, Stidham. Over the middle, it's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Here's 2nd down.
Stidham going back to the air.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Personal fouls, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.